Chanakya Neeti, translation of Chanakya's thoughts with commentary by Shree Anand Krishna. Chanakya was an ancient Indian teacher, philosopher, economist, and royal advisor of the first Mauryan emperor Chandragupta. Today we will discuss few of his powerful and inspirational thoughts in our 20th part of this series. A person will be prosperous and happy if he has the following. If his household is filled with happiness and bliss, if his children are wise and knowledgeable and intelligent, if his wife has sweet voice and temperament, if a person has enough wealth to fulfill all his legitimate wishes and desires, if a person has a feeling of love and compassion for his wife, if a person has loyal and hard-working servants, if a person entertains and respects his guests in the house, if there is daily prayers in the household, if sweets and pure water is available constantly in the household, if a person has constant company of the wise person and saints, if a person possesses kindness and large-heartedness, then he gives charity to a poor wise man who is in need, so he gets back many times. A person is clever and practical and successful in this world if he does the following. A person who is liberal and hearted in helping his fellow beings. A person who is kind to others. A person who can deal with cunningness and wickedness with other wicked persons. A person who can deal with love and etiquette while interacting with people of stature and power. A person who is always alert and keeps him away from the wicked. A person who is tender and kind towards the wise and knowledgeable. A person who acts with strength and bravery with his enemy. A person who deals with patience and compassion with the aged persons. Person who can deal cleverly with women. A person is of lowly character and no better than an animal if he does the following. If a person does not use both his hands to give charity but only uses to take something from others. If a person does not use both his ears to hear the scriptures. If a person does not use both his eyes to witness saints and the wise. If a person does not use both his legs to make a pilgrimage to the holy places. If a person earns a livelihood by unlawfully and unjustly gathering wealth by hurting others. A person's life is useless and without any purpose if he does not spend his life in praising the gods and reading and hearing the scriptures. Fate is the most supreme for a man, and whatever is written in his fate cannot be erased by anyone. For example, if in the spring no leaf grows on a particular tree, it has been written in the fate of the tree. Sun gives light to everyone in the day, but if the owl cannot see it, then it is written in the fate of the owl. If the raindrop does not fall in the mouth of a person, then it is written in its fate. Whatever is written as fate of man by God, no one can erase it. A person should only adopt the good qualities of others and not the bad quality, and learn this from the following. In good company, even a wicked person turns into a sage, but in wicked company, a sage does not turn into a wicked person. A lowly person can turn into a man of honor in the company of good persons. But a great man does not turn into a lowly person in the company of the lowly. The earth accepts the aroma of the flower, but the flower does not accept the smell of the earth. If a person meets wise persons and sages, it is as effective as going on a pilgrimage. Going on a pilgrimage will bring its good effect on a due course, while meeting sages and wise persons produces immediate good effects. A person does not become great by doing the following. A person does not become great by boasting and self-praise, or by simply appearing large and great like the banyan tree. A person does not become a great charity by asking and taking something and then returning it back, like the washerman who takes the clothes for washing and then returns it back. A person does not become clever by stealing the wife of others. In this mortal world, a person spends his life like a worm in the gutter. A household is like a graveyard if it does not have the following. A house which does not respect the wise and the knowledgeable is like a funeral place. A house which does not resound with the verse of the scriptures is like a funeral place. A house in which there is no sacrificial ritual and worship is like a funeral place. The following are the near and dear ones of a person. Truth is like a mother to a person. Knowledge and wisdom is like a father to a person. Righteousness is like a brother to a person. Kindness is like a friend to a person. Peace and tranquility is like a wife to a person. Forgiveness is like a child to a person. Everything is of temporary and fleeting nature in this mortal world. This mortal body and all the riches and wealth is prone to destruction, and death is always near to a mortal being. Therefore, a person should always strive to gather righteous deeds. Only good deeds of a person is everlasting and not prone to destruction. The following are the cause of happiness. On receiving an invitation for a feast, a wise man and sage is happy. On seeing a green grass, a cow is happy. On seeing her husband happy, it is cause of celebration for the wife. For the brave, the sight of a battlefield is the cause of celebration. A wise man does the following. A wise man treats others' wife as his own mother. A wise man treats others' wealth as a piece of stone that is useless. A wise man sees every living being as his equal and as his own. A real sign of greatness and goodness in a person are as follows. A person who is always ready to perform his righteous duty. A person who only speaks in a melodious and kind voice. A person who always is ready to give away his wealth in charity to the needy. A person who always behaves with his friends with honesty and goodwill and without any bad intention. A person who is always respectful to his teacher. A person who always keeps a sober and good temperament. A person who has discarded all mean behavior and thoughts that can insult others. A person who is always pure in his thoughts and words. A person who is always ready to imbibe good qualities and thoughts. A person who constantly strives to be well versed in the knowledge of the scriptures. A person who constantly worships and praises the gods. God is great and cannot be compared with anyone. A person should learn how to do a particular thing from the following. A person should learn the art of humility and tenderness from the persons of royal lineage. A person should learn the art of sweet voice from a wise person. A person should be where the art of speaking lies by the gamblers. A person should be beware of wickedness of a lustful woman. A person gets destroyed if he does the following. A person who spends beyond his means and without thinking gets destroyed. A person who goes to fight alone with his enemies gets destroyed. A person who is always immersed in misery and pain gets destroyed. A wise man should not bother about arranging his food, as God has provided for food to a man right from his birth in the form of mother's milk. A person should concentrate in perfuming his righteous duty and performing good deeds, as only righteousness accompanies a person after death. A person should be liberal and not be shy in doing the following. A person should not be shy in gathering grains and riches, and also in going it in charity to the needy. A person should not be shy in gathering knowledge and wisdom from others. A person should not be shy in asking for food and in giving food to the needy.